moved to Finland, a lot of things were hard to adjust. But one thing that felt right from the beginning was the schooling here. We heard a lot about Finnish education system, but here is my experience. When I came here, my daughter was 5 years old, my son was 12 years old. So my daughter started daycare. And what surprised me is the first 7 years, it's not really about academics here at all. It's all about outdoor play, learning through nature, just letting kids be kids. And then slowly, they introduced preschool to prepare them for actual schooling, and that too when they turn 7 years old. So that is very, very easy going for the kids. No pressure, no rush, just a really gentle, intentional start for kids. Coming from Dubai, where structured learning starts really early, I used to feel guilty, to be very honest, because I had to match the community, match the competition around me, and I had to send my daughter and son both to school in a very early age with a bag, with uniform, with expectations to perform well. And I wasn't happy with that, to be very honest, because I felt that I'm doing kind of wrong with them. But here I don't feel that pressure at all. Daycare is truly just daycare here. The kids are learning basic ethics, learning through nature and enjoying life. And this is something which gives a different kind of relief to me when I see my kids learning, my daughter learning in that way. And one thing I found really interesting, going outside is mandatory here. Every child, every single day, they do go outside because fresh air is seen and essential for health, not as a risk here. So this is something which is also interesting for me, and I understand what is the concept behind it. But then there was my son. He was in grade 7 when he came here. So when we moved, I was really worried about him. And he was placed in something called Valmo or Valo. It's a Finnish preparatory class for immigrant students. Honestly, I was worried. And I thought, is he going to miss out in all other core subjects? How is he going to learn the other subjects when he's only getting prepared for the Finnish education subject and language? Yes, it's true that they focus on learning Finnish and adapting to the Finnish education system, but they also cover English, math, science, and all other extracurricular activities. And it's a full supported transition into the system here. So in the beginning, I was anxious, but gradually I saw it's working, and it's working really well. And I strongly believe a child who grows up multilingual, who learns to adapt, who feels supported in a new environment, that's a child who is being set up for life. Now we all live outside, especially the immigrants who all are living outside. They need to understand the diversity, and getting this environment is something really good for them. And as a mom who was figuring out a whole new country, this kind of support felt everything to me. And Finland figured out something that a lot of world is still catching up to. And maybe the best foundation you can give to a child is simply a time for them to be a child, and not pushing them towards performing really well in academics. I really hope more countries start looking at this model, because every child deserves this kind of start. And being a parent, being a mother, I was always in a guilt that I'm just sending my kids to school, pressuring them to perform really well in a very early stage of life. And maybe that's the reason that Finland has one of the best education systems as well. So I'm grateful my kids are learning through that education system.